Victor Wembanyama this week saying goodbye to his native France for now, which means it's just a few short days away from coming to town. Of course, NBA draft on Thursday, Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Our KENS 5 Spurs digital insider Tom Petrini, he will be there. And as will a few of our members of our KENS 5 news team. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But listen, as it pertains to him and as it pertains to the Spurs, of course, Wemby is the guy everyone's talking about. But in reality, for the Spurs, this draft has a chance to be much bigger than Wembanyama.
Yeah, they have two other picks in this draft in the second round, and they're higher second-round picks. So they'll be coveted by teams looking to get playable veterans on a second-round deal. And the Spurs could use those to move up. One guy that I've been hearing about is Anthony Black as a potential Spurs target, from LJ Ellis at SpursTalk.com reporting that. And also Kobe Buffkin out of Michigan. These are guards and probably middle of the first round. Black probably higher, lottery, middle lottery. But these are guys that if you draft them, they could come in and develop on the same timeline as Victor. Another guy is Victor's teammate, Bilal Coulibaly from Mets 92, who his stock has risen steadily in the last few months, really, as he plays with Victor on that Mets 92 team.
Yeah, making a lot of headlines the past couple of weeks now. And what kind of may be a precursor to something, Tom, we're going to see on draft night. This guy traded today. Bradley Beal sent to Phoenix reportedly in a deal that's going to be centered around Chris Paul, which potentially moves him to a third team again, reportedly. You alluded to it before. You see a scenario where there could be a third team involved in the name to not necessarily get the name, but take part in that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, there was some reporting today that the Clippers might be interested in bringing Chris Paul in for a reunion. That would be really interesting to see, I think. But also, I mean, we talked about it last week. I still love the fit with Chris Paul here in San Antonio, and his guaranteed contract now gets raised to about $25 million. To make the money work.
Yeah, I mean, there's talk about Damian Lillard in Miami potentially. Those are the reports. Who knows with Zion these days? And there was the chat with Zion potentially going to or being involved in the trade with the Pelicans so they can move into the top three. Not going to want to miss our Spur of the Moment draft special on Thursday. We'll be live from the Barclays Center and their studios and all across town. Tom will be in New York, 6 o'clock Thursday. We're resting up a little bit. Well, he doesn't rest. He works all day long. Real quick,
though. That's not true. I love resting. Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah, when you can get it. Hey, listen, happy Father's Day. Shout out to the dads, Chuck Viera doing the thing in Flemington, New Jersey. You got love to shout out to.
Absolutely. Got to say thank you to my dad, my biggest fan, a Mets fan, which I think, probably couldn't have been good for him, but love him so much, miss him a lot on days like today. And Dad, I love you. And to everybody who's having kind of a tough Father's Day, you're not alone, and I feel you. So hang in there.
Well said, Mr. Petrini. Guys.
Yes.